never trailed, but you could never quite put them away. You had to make some big shots down the stretch, and you certainly did that.
Yeah, we did. You know, they're going to play hard. They got a bunch of guys that are trying to establish themselves in the league also. But I thought we did everything that we needed to win. You know, JJ made a big shot. Nikhil made a big shot. Drew made a couple of big shots. So for us, anything, you know, I mean, to come away with a win is what we wanted to do, and that's what we accomplished. Obviously, we didn't shoot the ball very good, and neither did they. So struggle with the shooting part of it, and then we still continue to struggle with keeping the ball out of the paint. We got to do a much better job of just guarding the ball and keeping it out of the paint.
I know it's part by necessity, but you got to really enjoy the way your young kids are starting to respond as they're getting more and more minutes on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything can take the place of experience of being in the game and, you know, learning from your mistakes or, you know, just figuring out what you can do to help the team in a positive standpoint. So hopefully this is going to be something that help us down the road, because when we do get healthy and get all the players back, then I think our depth will help even more, because these guys won't be put in a situation where they've got to play 25, 35 minutes. You know, they'll be back to a normal role that they will be accustomed to anyway.
How do you think some of those earlier season late game minutes that like Nikhil and Jackson were getting in the fourth quarter kind of helped them come along a little bit?
Well, I think it's like I said, you know, you can only learn by being out there and experiencing that. It doesn't. You can look at all the tape you want to and do all of these things that you want to, but at the end of the day, you know, you have to be out there and you have to experience, you know, what it's like in rotation, what it's like setting a screen and rolling to the basket, and the decisions that you have to make.
With Jackson, I mean, we know. Even these last two games, have you seen any improvement as far as just holding his own on defense, playing on the game?
He's got a ways to go there, and I think he understands that. But part of that is just that, you know, you got to have the strength to hold your position, and you got to have a core to hold your position. And, you know, at 19, his body is still developing. So the more he's out there, the more I think it'll help. But, yeah, he understands that he gets a little tired, and he's still got to be able to get to the spots in his position and then screen and roll and things like that. But it's all things that the only way you're going to learn is to continue to have a few minutes here and there and understand what needs to be done.
You guys drafted him. I mean, was there a thought that this was going to be a position that he was in, starting a game, closing out wins? I mean, this is obviously not a spot that you were expecting Jackson Hayes to be in.
No, not in this lifetime, no. I did not expect that we would be starting him and our expectations. That's why we got to be careful about what our expectations are when we play him, knowing that he is out there as a young 19-year-old guy trying to learn and trying to get better. So we can't set the bar too high for him, because the last thing in the world I want to have is for him to lose the confidence that he has.
And with JJ, he joked with us a couple of days ago that earlier in the year when you would deliver a message to the team, you'd always look at him and say, I'm not worried about you, you'll be fine. So I guess how much does that help you as a coach? You got all of this stuff going on with the team, but you got a guy like that you can depend on.
Oh, I've coached him, been around him, know the type of professional that he is, and I was never worried about the fact that, you know, somewhere along the line we would manufacture shots for him, and if we manufacture shots for him, he's going to make half of them. It doesn't matter where they are. So I knew that at some point we'd be able to figure it out. And, you know, he's still kind of banged up too, but, you know, he's one of those guys that if he can walk out there and play, he's going to do it.
Is it important to see Drew, after a game where he really struggled from the field, turn it on in the fourth quarter and kind of carry you guys through?
And that's who he is. And, you know, our expectations with him are so high that even when he plays a good game, sometimes we look at it and we go, well, you know, we may dissect this line a little bit too much, I think.
Was it JJ being aggressive and scoring a lot? Was it a spoken thing before the game or just unspoken with him being one of the few veterans available? Is it kind of
No, we're still going to run and try to do what we do offensively. You know, I still think that we got to get a little bit better moving the basketball. But we did it tonight, and although we only had 21 assists, I think if you go back and look, we probably had another 10 really, really good shots that we had the ability of